Welcome to the Dress Up Mom. On the outskirts of San Diego County, there is a really charming town called Julian, and I like to go there once a year to get a little bit of a fall feeling when it isn't quite feeling like fall where I live. So that's what we're doing today, going to Julian. But first, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you like what you see, please subscribe. It's the button, it's here. It means the world to me. We are also on all the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dress Up Mom, hashtag The Dress Up Mom. If you are already a subscriber or follower, I love you and thank you. I live in San Diego County and I absolutely love it. I live in the coastal part of San Diego. I love going to the beach. I just have been a lifelong San Diegan pretty much, and I feel so blessed every day, really, that I get to live here. Another reason that I really like living in San Diego is that in a very short amount of time, you can get a complete change of scenery. I can be in the mountains or I can be in the desert in like a little over an hour, which is kind of fun. So I like the fall, but it's still pretty warm where I live here in coastal San Diego. So today we are going to go about an hour away to a town called Julian where it's going to feel like fall. Now Julian is known for its apples. It has a bunch of orchards. You can get everything apple there, including some great pie. They're starting to get known for some of their vineyards and wine. So it's really a fun thing to do, and we're going to take an excursion, my husband and I, Doug, for the afternoon, and we're going to take you along with us so you can kind of be part of that. I also like because it's a little bit in the country or country feeling there, so I get to wear my vintage Stetson hat, cowboy hat that was my dad's. He gave it to me. My aunt and uncle bought it for him. It's a really special thing, so I get to have a little bit of fun with my outfit as well. So without further ado, let me just take you along on our little jaunt to Julian. It's a nice drive up. When you get like halfway there, though, it starts to get quite curvy and narrow. So Doug did a really good job driving up this curvy, narrow hill. This is not even the worst part of it. But the countryside is really, really beautiful. And there are lots of fun places to stop along the way that I might want to check out the next time that I go. As we start to get closer, it is definitely starting to look a lot more like fall. I can tell that it's nice and cool. And here we are down on Main Street. We got out and we just started to walk around and get a sense of the little town and find out where we wanted to have lunch. So we did a little bit of exploring first. After walking around Main Street a bit, we went up one of the side streets that we had been to before and decided to go to Buffalo Bill's, where we had eaten the last time we came. This is a really small, cute, quaint place where they make everything homemade. The guy cooks it right behind. There's their little Buffalo Bill, and it was delicious. We ended up getting the chili, which I would highly recommend. It was superb. And then we had a Philly cheesesteak with homemade potato salad. It was delicious. Then we walked around that side street a little bit, and I'll put the details of where we were in the description, but this is the old well, and it actually has this 100-year-old well inside of it and a bunch of fun sort of vintage and antique things that you can look through. We then walked around a little bit more and explored the town. Lots of fun little nooks and crannies and different types of shops to check out. Next, it was time to stock up on everything apple, and this is where I like to go and get that. Not just apples, but here we got this yummy fresh cider that was pressed right in the back.
all sorts of butters and local honeys and nuts and just delicious things. I will show you all of the yummy stuff we brought home from here. We continued down Main Street, and I was in search of the shop that I like to go into where I buy local sage that I keep for the year. I burn it and use it in different ways, and I like what they stock in this store too. So the place is called The Wandering Sage, and they literally have these bundles that you can buy that come from the owner's backyard, and they have some really cool items to buy here too. A lot of this was recycled furs and things that come from India that they have made, including these skirts that I just loved and ended up buying one of. Made out of vintage saris, okay? I love. And you can wear them a bunch of different ways. I'll show you when I get home when I really put them on, but look at how gorgeous. And then it also, you can switch it around and have it come around this way. We saved the best for last, our apple pie dessert. Okay, we heard from all the locals, this is the only place to get your pie. Apple Alley. Homemade here, not mass produced. Where the locals go.
Pecan cinnamon apple pie.
Wow, with like a cinnamon ice cream, right?
Yeah.
And mine is my favorite. It's strawberry rhubarb with vanilla, and the survey says.
That's good.
Feeling stuffed, stocked up, and satisfied, it was time to head back home. But not before we stopped at this fresh egg farm. Now, I grew up on an egg farm, and I know what fresh eggs taste like compared to the ones in the grocery store that are always a couple weeks old. Had to stop. Look, there's the chicken ranch in the back here, and had to stop and get a couple dozen of these delicious farm fresh eggs. We also passed a camel dairy farm on the way home. We didn't stop there, but it was so cool to see all these camel just roaming around. It was sort of surreal. Here is just the plethora of delicious things that we ended up getting when we were in Julian. So let's just take you through some yummy pumpkin and apple butter jams, these strawberry rhubarb preserves, amazing. Look at the apples. Now, these red apples on the top were from somebody's tree there that we got to buy, as well as the pears. They were from like a local person's tree. Then we bought more apples there. Two of these ciders, one that we're going to freeze and have for Thanksgiving. They are so delicious. And then 3 different kinds of local honey, which I love having the local honey. Over here, we ended up getting a pie at that place that was highly recommended, the Apple Alley Pie Bakery. Oh, look at this. It's an apple pie with that crummy Dutch crumb or whatever it's called. It's going to be delicious. These are the yummy eggs that we stopped and bought. And then here's a bunch of sage that we got. And the lady told us that the sage, in addition to using it to kind of clear out your house and make sure that your house has all the good energy in it, you can also put it in your tub and do a soak of sage in your tub if you're feeling sore. Or if you have a sore throat, take and boil and make a tea out of the sage. So this local sage is really great too. Here is that skirt that I bought that is made out of old saris. So it is a recycled skirt. I love it. I just love how this turned out. The colors, the way that it flows. I just kind of styled it just a regular way as a wrap skirt. But I got this list of like 30 something ways that you can actually wear this skirt, which is amazing. Like these top parts come up and you can put it as a, as a kind of a half dress or a scarf. So I'm going to have all sorts of fun doing this. And I love the fact that it's made out of old saris and is basically a recycled garment.
Well, I hope you liked going along to Julian with us. I would love to know if you have been to Julian yourself and if you have any tips for me for the next time I go. I'm all stocked up on sage and apples for pretty much a year. Go back again and stock up. And I love the little skirt that I got too, so it was a really nice day. Doug did a great job driving along those windy roads, and I definitely felt a little bit of a fall in the air and like I got a change of scenery. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.